Hello from the Dells, where my hotel is right next to a mini golf place, so I might do that. We are here today showing off the best of Wisconsin's coaster community. Make sure you are subscribed. These kind of stuff go live. And not putting at the elephant in the room here. Let's just say that everything's fine. I was a little stressed coming into this, but convinced to still do the trip. And that now more than ever, I could use you guys' Patreon money. So if you like what we do here on this channel, make sure to drop $1 or maybe a little more if you want to have like your name in the credits or whatever. Boop. Starting things off with a quick sale here next to Jose's Mexican restaurant that I remember eating at when I was little. Quick shout out to Timber Falls, or should I say quick rest in peace shout out, because it's now just a mini golf place with petting zoo. I don't really care about petting zoos, even though I'm an animal guy. Check out Allsland. Used to be part of Timber Falls. The sign is literally right there. This used to be a gigantic mini golf place that actually had a roller coaster and a really cool wooden roller coaster that I got to ride and a log flume. So rest in peace, the big one for pouring out. And yeah, if you guys want to hang out with the goat, I guess there's one there, and they still have this nice little skyscraper, but I'm not gonna cover it today. I went there once when it had a really cool wooden roller coaster wrapping around it. Also, there's another mini golf place right there. Freaking pirate one. Might do it, but probably not, because I think that's a chain. If I had some more time, I'd probably hit up Noah's Ark right here. This is one of the world's largest and craziest water parks, and my many visits I haven't gone, so we're gonna keep that streak going now, shall we? Before we get on today's main event, we have a couple of kitty credits to whore. First of which is gonna be right here at Knuckleheads. Nice little FEC that is located conveniently right by a strip mall, I guess, I don't know. Also, you got some big hotels in the back, but that's where no one is, so we'll get there in a second. Back in the day, this place had a couple of cool rides to it, like the Tornado right there. This used to be an interesting indoor mini coaster that had multi-level, but appears to be replaced by some mini golf. And that's because the actual coaster that's here now is one of these guys. This little Wisdom, Tiger Boy. Where's this little theming in there? Look at the ride prices. Looks like, luckily, if you guys are credit hoarding like me, just the roller coaster is just $350, so you could ride that thing for a good few bucks with bounce. Might end up doing like mini golf or go-karts on top of it, just to make it me not do a $3 credit card charge, but there you go. Of course, they do have a couple of other pretty cool things in here, including not the biggest go-kart track, considering this is the Dells, but nice little multi-level course right there. Speaking of level right on top of it, you guys know I love road courses. Might not do this because I'm doing a bunch of stuff today, but like $7.50, $8 for this, not bad. And it's like back here, we got some bowling and a trampoline park. This place is absolutely massive. It's not just little FEC with games and stuff, but they have a whole bunch of stuff back here. This trampoline's awesome. And so you got some bowling lanes back there, bar for you guys barring. And right here is a nice little bouncy bounce trampoline park. Got bouncy basketball, some jumpy lanes, all kinds of stuff like that. Probably the most unique thing about this place is they have this giant jumping pillar you see these kids jumping on right now. I don't think I've seen it anywhere else in the US. Aside maybe Camp Crafts and stuff. Like, I know there's a bunch of European parks that you check out that have giant ones of these fields that people go absolutely crazy on. Just dropped $350 on one of these. Good to know that these are reasonable fun passes throughout the entire place. So if you're gonna come play some games and do other stuff later, recharges. This is all the proof that you get that I'm being incredible right now. Here we go on the Tiger Coaster. Okay, I think I found my favorite thing here. So this little thing, I thought it was gonna be like one of those coin-operated rides that like goes up and down or whatever. I was wondering like, why is it gated? Then I looked, and I got closer. It's actually on a tiny little oval track. This might be the world's smallest flat ride. I love it. Another pretty unique thing about this place is Buffalo Phil's here, the park restaurant, if you call that. And that is because I would love to see some people ordering stuff right now, but right here they got this train. It actually goes around this bar. So like it's kind of like the roller coaster restaurants in Europe, except there's a little train that does it. So order food's over here. Oh, there it goes. Food goes on that train and there's people. I almost broke the Tiger Coaster right now. Like legit, I was about to board, and that train undershot the station. So you have to get security out here, maintenance or something to readjust it. Heading around the corner and right down the street, our next stop is tomfooleries, which I guess it's kind of a chain thing now inside the Kalahari Resort. This is like a little indoor amusement park that they're starting to put in some of their locations. Must clip inverter. Yeah, as you can already see as we enter, you have a handful of rides. You got this birdie ride, pretty inside Ferris wheel back there. I believe that looks like a mirror maze. Well, heck yeah, mirror maze. I'm gonna have to do that. I love mirror mazes. $7 for the mirror maze. So it does look like each of these will be ticketed on their own. However, there's the multi-park. Oh yeah, we gotta get a good view of that. What I want him here for is probably down this way a little bit. So let's go walk down and see what we can find. What up, Tom Foolery? You high five him? Yeah. Looks like we got another high ropes course. This one's instantly cooler because it has one of the whole suspended coaster thing, rails, whatever you call them. Not an actual credit, but you know, does that. Multi-level. And of course, a couple of other multi-level shenanigans here going over the arcade. So that's pretty cool. We're still looking for it. Where is my patheticness, ladies and gentlemen? Why do they have one of these guys here? Ooh, they got Frog Hopper. Our giant Frog Hopper. Maximum Velocity. Park drop tower here. At least a little bit of rock walk in the back, so that's cool. Looks like a nice little thatched roof cottage theme on the carousel here, which, oh my god, another one of these cute things. Oh, I just mentioned a cute thing. This is like a little spinny ride. No baby teacup. But speaking of little baby rides, you guys saw this mistake before with the other one. This is technically a credit I do not have. I believe it might have been the one from IAAPA. Not entirely sure. I've done one of these before at Coney Island, so make sure you check out that video because I'd be able to play less pathetic than me coming to this park just to ride this. Oh my god, I should have stopped that clip. Turn around for the roller coaster. They have another one. What is up with the Dells and like these tiny drive around the world's smallest track, self-operated flat rides? That's kind of awesome. I wish that these existed at other places, like Little, and it makes sense to actually ride them. Another shout out to the carousel because I didn't mention all the animals on it. Always fun, always fun. Where to go? Where's my baby? Monkey Harambe. Cheetah car. Dude, I freaking love cheetahs. Like my favorite animal is not a dog. Awesome, awesome shout out to the Fast Future Cottage Carousel cheetah. Also Jungle Meat on back there. That's cool, I guess. One last shot from up by the bar, which is pretty cool. Like, they've got Astro there, they've got themed mini golf for Wild West, which is always freaking awesome. You know I'm a Wild West freak. I feel like there's a better angle over there, high rock climbing wall, but I wanted to show off their big go-kart track is. Of course, this is Dells, so we can have go-karts here. Goes right over everything. I feel like there's a better angle somewhere. I'm looking for a platform, but like, I feel like this is the only place you can really see it from. People doing the high ropes course, which is awesome. This place is pretty cool. Like, yeah, there's one tiny credit, but like, actual theming going into stuff and variety of decent rides. Would recommend hanging out in Tomfooleries, I guess. Important to note that this place has some pretty insane looking hours, staying open till like basically 11 or 12 every night, which is crazy because obviously it's hotel parks, they go whenever, but it's the fact that you're able to do this after everything else at the Dells or before, pretty cool. Also, quick shout out to prices. I haven't said anything about it yet. It does look like it is all inclusive. However, these all inclusives are combo passes that also include the water park. So you get the water park plus ride a couple cool rides for these prices. That's a decent deal. Of course, like I said, with this being a Dells hotel, the Kalahari here has an absolutely ginormous water park. Unfortunately, it's all built facing the road, so can't really show you any good shots of the ginormous water park, but just believe me that that building right there, and like there's an entire outside section that is all part of this ginormous water park. So not gonna get any shots of that besides pictures. Trust me, there's this. The Great Wolf does the same thing. A couple others doing the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, but like I believe from my time at Great Wolf that the Great Wolf here is actually the first one of these big water park things. So shout outs. Not there today because I have Coney with me and she's got to stay at a not cool water park. But maybe next time if I do a solo trip, I will give you guys a 911 on Big Boy Water Park in the Dells. Honestly, why didn't I just do this for the shot of the land of Transformers, Robots in Disguise, and Illusions? So anyways, on to the main event. We're here at Mount Olympus. I ended up parking right here next to the thumbnail shot, but does look like they're dispatching really too fast on these trains. I don't know if that's a thing with the park lately, because I've been here in a good, at least a decade. Oh, Zeus ago, and we'll get Zeus in the background. Hopefully, it doesn't mean too much for capacity and just no one in line for it right now. Anyways, we have a coupon for 20% off. It's one of the few coupons from my hotel thing, so shout out that. Go Zeus go. They do a bunch of other deals for, like, if you have to stay at one of the hotels, resorts. A good portion of the Wisconsin Dells Highway is just Mount Olympus, so not dog friendly. So Mount Olympus, make one of your resorts dog friendly, and I will make sure to stay in it with Cody next time. Hopefully this makes up for it though. Deals is deals. This place has like some of the most insane wooden coasters in Wisconsin, at least. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've been on them to compare to other things, but I remember Hades being crazy. I really hope it's going because I haven't seen it train in a while. And more importantly, Cyclops. A ride so extreme, they literally had to take off the back car, and I got to ride before they did that. Just got my wristband, about to put it on, and oh my goodness. Hold on, can I get to your side? Gotta get to your side, because I just saw right as I walked in, right as I got my ticket. Looks like Hades is in fact cycling, so you go down the first drop, right into that tunnel. Once it goes in there, it's like underneath that thing for literally half a minute before it goes up to the corkscrew, right by where I parked. Just do a little loop on it. There we go. Yeah, this was actually like one of the first inverting boarding coasters when it got transitioned from its original kind of Hades, whatever. So shout out to that. Came out like the same time as RMC's Getting Into Works. This may have been the first. But yeah, super awesome coaster, about to ride it. Right here. I'm about to go in water park probably first. It's only for a couple of hours, unfortunately. By the time I got here, that's fine. I have some stuff to do. Come here, Zeus. Gotta be an also before I go in. Yeah, this ended up being about $38 after the discount from the ticket booth thing. So, like, if you guys found a coupon, $38 to get into this park. Pretty nice. Anyways, let's go ahead and get equipped. I need to head to the water park first to show off some of those things. And let's get started. I'm not gonna say a thing. I'm not gonna say anything as walking. I'm just gonna. Yeah, don't do that. The craziest Papa Bear time on any wooden coaster ever. That's not Phoenix, probably. You'll see why later, maybe. POVs, I have these. Cyclops, small but mighty, the third tallest coaster here now. Do not be deceived. Size doesn't matter the ride. And look at this walking. I freaking love this walking right here. It's go between 3 other parks, 4 wooden roller coasters. Cyclops, Zeus traditional out and back, and of course Hades chilling out back there, just looming over us in the distance with that giant station way up in the air. You'll see why in a bit. I gotta go water park first. While it may not be Mr. Water Park here on this channel, I do have to note that Mount Olympus has a pretty sizable water park with a variety of attractions. And I gotta shout out one thing. Well, I gotta shout out 2 things, because they also have the world's maybe largest slide right now. Look at that thing just towering up in the sky. Rise of the Icarus is what this thing's called, where you can see right here a couple of smaller slides, Penguin Alex, drop slides, a couple of curly boys or whatever. And then you go up, you realize like all these metal supports back there. All the way up there. All the way up there. But right across from that, the one slide that I want to ride and actually show off today actually starts off in the indoor water park. And that is this spiraling monstrosity that you see. There's the spiral. This is Medusa's slide wheel. It is, I believe, the world's first. I think there might be another couple of few now, but this is the first one. And basically, as you see, it actually rotates through this kind of Ferris wheel looking contraption, and all those different segments, like different segments of the slide. So like you'll go through one part, go down, be warped up through the other, go down. Like it just keeps on rotating you around. So like even though there's some that are higher, some that are lower, it does basically start and end its loop section at the exact same level because of the force of gravity. So this thing looks insane. I gotta try it out. This is the one thing I want to try out in the water park today before showing off some things in the drive slide. Look at this. The line is all the way down the entrance. This is literally gonna be the only thing I do in here. Whatever, it's one thing I want to try, so this is the only slide I get to do, so be it. Just got off of the Medusa slide wheel as I walk outside because there was a walk around view of it this whole time. That was interesting. Not intense or anything, but like just like, you see how the wheel just kind of spins around, does the thing. You basically like go down a little part, then you just stop, rock back and forth, then you go down a little part, then you stop and rock down and forth, and just like so on, so on, so on. The way that it goes is kind of disorientating, like nothing to make you sick or anything, but like if you don't know what's coming, it is an interesting sensation. That is the best way that I could use to rate this. So, slide out of slide. How do you rate slide? This was really cool slide. I would definitely come around like this just to check this thing out. If you guys don't know about Giant Wave and the wave pool, maybe actually one of the biggest wave pool waves ever. You guys don't get beat. I jumped it. It's still going back there. It's huge. This happens like once every 2 minutes. All right, we're done with the water park. Time to show you guys what you're here for, probably. But before I go over the good coasters, comment down below. Or make sure to subscribe if you actually have Little Titans credits. This thing is exclusive to little kids, basically. And I was a little kid at one point. +1 for me. Hope you guys are ready for greatness. Cyclops here may seem like a small little twisty boy coaster that's like what, a figure eight or some stupid stuff like that. However, this drop right here, we'll see in a second, and the first drop right there, airtime so insane, I legitimately went over the restraint from like one side of the car to another twice on multiple occasions back when this thing had a back car. I don't know if you'll be any better now that that car's been neutered, but at that point, you did actually have a restriction of being 18 or above to ride, so there's reason for that. Oh, we are walking onto the back. We are walking onto the back, ladies and gentlemen. Cyclops used to be one of my favorite wind coasters. Let's see how it holds up a good decade later. Yeah, right back here. Those two gates. That used to be another car. Right around there. Bye-bye.
Guys, no throwing up today. That's why I do.
If you gotta throw up, throw forward. Not back here.
It's gonna come right back in the face.
No, that's what I'm saying. They have to go forward. Craziest, crazy, and the crazy. Bye bye. No! Oh, stop it. Here's the big one, here's the big one. Bye bye. Not as good as it used to be, but I'm still staying on that big drop in it. That is insane. Love it. Please with the 5-hour wait. No, do it in the back. So immediately not as good with these new restraints. I believe in the past that had buzz bars, or just felt like it did, but it's still insane. Oh no! Not quite as world class as it used to be with that extra car and all that, but like even just that last drop, peak. All right, let's go check out some of the other stuff. Of course, with us being the Dells, this place is known for its giant sprawling go-kart tracks, and in fact, maybe the first one to have these. Actually, back in the day, it was like called Big Huge Carts and Coasters, and those two parks then emerged, and that's how Mount Olympus was made. Highs, we'll get to in a second. I am a little sad about this one though. Don't get me wrong, their layout's so cool. It has all sorts of sweeping hills and stuff, and the signature underground dip. But this was in the past also an underwater ride. Obviously, we're on this big old ship piece right here as piece of theming, and that's because there used to be a bunch of like towering wood structures, and then like there was a big lake right here, and it just dipped right under. So it used to be a lot cooler, but like still looks to have a decent layout to it. Next up on this Parks Coast tour is Jesus over here. It's a classic CCI on back coaster that has been cloned at another park that is on my bucket list. So if you want to help me afford going to these parks, maybe consider dropping me a tip on Patreon. That's all I'm saying. Or, you know, TCG player, card game stuff, you know it. Walk right in the back seat here. This is, like I said, a classic out on back coaster. It has a nice little swoop and drop out, some height location here. And hopefully we'll get some interaction with the other wood coasters as Hades goes up this lift hill. It's good sound. They flip and drop. That's Cyclops. Yeah, even right here, like this one just goes right over one of the Cyclops turnarounds. And right here on Coaster Alley is insane. Hopefully we get some nice airtime. It does crane a little bit down there, right past the parking lot coaster. Here we go. Was the big coaster here before they got into Hades. Bye bye. Yeah, let's go. Woo! Up here, slide. Oh, bro. Oh god, you hear that? That's a Wilderness Run level train wheels. Woo, not bad. A little rough, but still with nice little air time. I like it. Kentucky Kingdom's got nothing on this. Listen to that. That is the sound of the road wheels. Still spinning long after this thing's been parked. That's how I know it comes in with a bang. Also, shout out to the roads. Have little logos on them. All the trains do that, that's awesome. Shout out to the group gathering pavilion here for being yet another disappointment in the park, because this land used to be a pretty unique, I think it was like no one ever designed, water coaster. I don't think I ever got on it because one of the times I was here that was open, it was closed, but shout out if you ever have this credit, because it's clearly now just a group pavilion. Shout out to one of the world's okayest Giga coasters and probably the best ride at Kings Island, being a mid-tier children's go-kart track, the intermediate track here at Mount Olympus. I will say though, at least this thing does appear to have some airtime hills. Look at this little hump back here as the swing that's enough charge goes fast. Show me some 93 miles per hour, 300 foot drop. Close enough. Let's have a little double down. I think I'm gonna do Titan today for your POV go-kart, just because it does go inside of this wing coaster here. I think it probably has some cool views off that. Don't know why I'm doing go-kart today after that happened, but anything's ready to pass, it's just us. Here we go. Look at this. Zooming. I know this one's got the wood hills, but it's a very hilly track. Very coastery track. Under the coaster. Yeah, I think it's just around. Oh well. Maybe I'll give you guys that one with the wood trestles. A big turn! The person in front of me is being a dick. Can't really pass them. Hi, wood coaster. We'll get to you next. Right. We're good. Are you serious? That is gonna happen soon. And you'll know why. You guys know you know. I do like that I make turns though. Maybe this thing doesn't have wood rest on it. Here, of course, in front of me is not turn lanes. There's no way I'm ever gonna pass. I'm just throw in here. Two look alive for King Coaster. That's sick. Really? They need a whore on here. So beep beep. Manticore here is the park's newest dry ride, and it's probably like the only ride that's been added since my last visits. It is one of the Starflyer things. All I can say about it. View should be decent. Doesn't look too tall compared to other Starflyers, but Amusement Park isn't so big, so should still be some good views of most of the park. That was okay, I guess. I like that it has the kind of chain start flyer, so it does articulate a little bit up in the air. Not too much to be wild, but you know, better than the kind like Windseeker or whatever. Obviously not too tall, but like you still get a view of the park, and it has a fun little cycle where like it stays up for a second, then goes back down, goes back up, then goes back down. So not the best start flyer in the world, but it's fun. So one of my favorite things in this corner of the park, we have Helios, the go-kart track, which is one of these big multi-level truss tracks that the Dells are known for, and other parks like Fun Spot. Probably not gonna get there, but we'll see if I do tribute to Air Force One. Anyways, there's also Helios refreshments. Of course, I should probably say the best wood coaster for last, so let's head up the hill and take on Hades. Right next to the Underworld go-kart track is the god of the Underworld itself, Hades. And this is certainly one monster of a wooden coaster that lives up to its name. This thing started off as a massive enough thing on its own, just towering over the rest of the park. Giant underground tunnels under the parking lot, and then a bunch of twisty bits up here. It got better. 1 year, Gravity Group came into this thing. They're like, hey, we can test our Timberlanders. By the way, we're changing your turnaround and turning it into a big old corkscrew. Hades definitely lives up to its name. Let's go for a ride. Just to prove how monstrous this thing is, this right here, this is all pre-lift. This is before the lift hill. You drop down this probably 50-foot drop into the whole double down and some twists and turns before even hitting the lift hill. That's just how crazy this kind of ride is. Loud screaming noise. Somebody drinking? Hell yeah.
I love it.
Let's go. Big drop. And that's the easy part. Hold the hands up. Especially in this tunnel. Like how we ended at the same time as Zeus. We just came at the same turn. So bad. Definitely need some rear traction. That's starting to get rough.
Y'all okay?
Don't want to complain because I basically got single rider walked on to Cliff's back row. That's like row 10. It's pretty good. But maybe needs track work. I felt my spleen get readjusted a little bit towards the end there. Granted, it's a good ride. Like super long. The free lift has a freaking section too, which is ridiculous. Those tunnels. I know you can't see it on there, but like those tunnels, pitch black underneath the parking lot, and like there's like all sorts of like overbank turns, little airtime popping in, like I think it's even like an outer bank turn at one point. They're insane. Ignoring the fact that baby's a little rough and needs some track work, insane. That's all I can say about it. Love Hades 360. Definitely best ride in the park. Second best ride in the park. It's good head chopper. It didn't say head chopper. Oh my god, this ride is just everything. So it looks like the POV I gave you before from Titan Track, that's the one you gotta get. Guess some of these rides close early. I thought it was a 9 o'clock close. If it's 8, we gotta run, but either way, we just got like one more thing to cover here in this part of the park, so be cool. Baby got neutered, but that still hits. Also, shout out to the Mount Otopia area, I guess. A lot better than when there was randomly a petting zoo here, because I did not like going down that drop and seeing goats. But I told you guys I was saving the best wood coaster for last. Make sure you guys stick around, because after North Mount O, we still got a couple more things to cover. And if you've enjoyed so far, maybe consider hitting subscribe. We are officially on the road 500. Flex, 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 flex. Actual handbrake that lost the restraints. That's breaking a little swell of it. Woo! Pegasus. This is the family kiddie woody coaster of all time. It looks super simple, but it's got some weird turns on it, and a finale that's, well, wait and see. I think it's down the right side. I think this feels like the correct side to sit on. Oh yeah, new pool. They mentioned that. Already getting nice. But it's kind of nice though. It's a little move over the entrance. It's a good part. Oh, it's slammed. That's what it does. All these holes. All these flats. Oh, in there time. Floaty. Not floaty. Oh god, I gotta hold on. Typical car crash. Wasn't as bad as I remember. But it's definitely a hold on moment. And you hear the wheels. Not fast these, but you hear wheels. We're out on Hades at exactly 9 o'clock. And I did want to point that out because this is a park that will close on the dot. So, lines are closed. They have been for a bit. You can see the stairs basically empty for the last train of the night. Zeus is parked up there. Note that if you guys ever come to the Dells, if you ever come to Mount Olympus, make sure you get in line for what you want to ride with more enough time for the park close or whatever, because it's no big deal. Just get there early. Make sure you ride what you ride. I was towards the front this time, like row 3, I think. Float City, Ejector City. The tunnel's insane. My back's not feeling too insane right now, but outside the track work, outside the roughness, full package on Hades. Definitely the best coaster here now that Cyclops has been sadly neutered. Walking back up Coaster Alley though as I leave the park, another reminder. Number one, that I wish this place would be open at night. I feel like there should be some sick night rides, especially like Hades right here. But the interaction on all this. This is the mountain of Mount Olympus, just like Cyclops, Hades, Zeus is back there. This is literally Zeus track. It's just all congregated right in this section of the park. If I got here earlier, I probably could have got you some sick views of just this zooming down while that zooming down while that zooming down. Just, it's crazy. Crazy visuals. I love it. Yo, wait. I hear in the distance, you might be able to get last ride of the night with the turnaround by the car. This is why I parked here. That's my rental car. This is why we parked here. Hold on. We got this. We got this. We got this. Head chopper corkscrew. Okay, bye, Mount Olympus. By the way, big old Trojan horse. Ending the night with the lap on the Wisconsin Dells Mountain Coaster. This is the area's newest fill attraction, and these mountain coasters, I still count them as credits. I don't care. They're on things. They do coasty things. Even though you have manual controls of those guys and are like 10 bajillion mile long rides, whatever. I still count. I can't shut up. Not sure if the POV glass will pick up. Looks like there are some tracer lights on there, so we'll try it. This is about to be such a sunglass at night experience. America though. Something semi-quincentennial. Something Badger guy.
Rules, can I get 2 thumbs up and a yes?
Yep.
Alright, hold down your lever. Alright, so all the rules, can I get 2 thumbs
Down we go. Pre-lift flats. A little bit. A little water cooler. Alright, so this is gonna take a minute. Don't think that these glasses can record that long because they have like a 10-minute limit per clip. So, see y'all at the top. Okay, it feels like we're close enough to the top to start recording this again. We're gonna try to full send it as much as possible. Hopefully the person in front's doing as well, so I want to slow down. And yeah, comment down below if you guys catch anything on this darkened night ride that I can't see because I wear my sunglasses out at night. Bye. I'll see you late. There's one up there. Here we go. Okay, gear speed. Just on these, like an auto braking. I'm not sure if this does. Pretty sure they're all wheels. Oh, we're smooth so far. Yeah, I love this American Light Tunnel. Okay, use some zigzags. High-speed zigzags. There. Hello, Light. Hello. Oh, tell me Which means I gotta do that. Let go of my brakes completely. Alright, that was the newest mountain coaster in the Dells. Come check it out, it's pretty fun. Good morning from the Days In outro, where I was originally gonna do a day 2, go up to Bay Beach on the way home, but I'm just a little too stressed about it right now. And hi, Tony, you go to kiss me on camera, thank you so much. Big shout out to this hotel before I do anything else. It is basically spacious. I mean, I know obviously Adele's has like 10 bajillion cool fancy hotels, and even some of their generic chain ones have like baby water slides, but like you see decent amount of room in here. Good bathrooms is all that matters. Dog friendly is all that matters. Look at this happy girl. She has a lot of space in for playing around, and like there's a lot of decent walkway out there for her to take a walk on. So huge shout out, like $80 gets you all this indoor pool still, breakfast still, all you really need if you don't do all the fun Dell stuff I might do next time. But yeah, like I said, because of the car thing that I'm not gonna go into, just no car issues. A little too stressed out to really go on the Zip and Pippin, the Elvis coaster, supposed to have legendary airtime. You guys already know I'm an airtime freak, but fun day yesterday for what I was able to do. Obviously, there's still a lot that we need to cover, like some of the touristy attractions, mini golf, that kind of stuff, and giant water parks. So, you know what I'm gonna say. Do like, comment, subscribe. What I did do, Tom Foley is actually pretty legit. I mean, obviously kiddie coaster, but like the fact that it's very well themed and like has a variety of rides and attractions, pretty cool. Could easily see myself spending a couple hours in there if I really want to. Mount Olympus, that's the big one. A lot of people on the internet, a lot of people in the coaster community. Bad vibes. Honestly, it was okay. I mean, I've been a couple times before, so biased, but obviously they had some work to do. Some of the coasters could do some track work. Hades especially. That thing is a backbreaker. But rides themselves, very good wooden coasters if they're maintained well. It's very interesting that they have like probably the first multi-level coaster style go-kart tracks, whatever you want to call them, that are now spread all over the world at, especially here in the Dells, places like your fun spots, Rest in Peace, Ticket to Experience Air Force One, and link will be up to that in the video somewhere, but we'll do a tribute to that later. I want to do a tribute to all of the rides that are unfortunately leaving us this year. The water park, I didn't spend too much time in because I was doing other stuff early in the day, so I kind of just got there late enough to do a couple of things, but freaking slide wheels is legit. It's really cool just the way that like valleys back and forth, and like you'll just stop and all of a sudden the way it will be from the top part would come to crash down on you. It's a cool experience. Definitely worth checking out, and it is not nearly as intimidating as it looks, just maybe a little disorientating. That, I guess, will be that. Getting ready to pack up and head back home. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what I was gonna say there. If you guys enjoyed this kind of video, leave a like. I just said subscribe to the channel, I'm not gonna say it. And of course, if you want to help me afford these kind of trips, because it does cost money to go a good 7 hours away from home and do a bunch of stuff here, make sure to drop a tip on my Patreon. Just leave $1 if you think what I'm doing is cool, or a little more if you want to do something else, like give Tony a treat, or have your name up in the credits somewhere if it was that tier. I don't know. Comment down below if you have some thoughts on Patreon tiers. I'm open to suggestions. Maybe do some sort of Discord or something. But until next time, thank you guys for watching. And always embrace the infinite. Dude, I am double Busch Gardens right now. Hold on, look at this. I didn't do this on purpose. I mean, I bought this for Mount Olympus for funny, but Busch Gardens old shirt from first visit. Busch Gardens bag from the visit I just did about a month ago. I didn't even think about it. That's awesome. Shout out to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Shout out Busch Gardens. This is an awesome park. Zoom in on the temple in the back. Can you do that? There is a Mayan temple right down the street from my Days In. And that's the shot that we leave this video on.